Came from a program that's been in the College World Series recently. You saw that. What do you see different from what you left and what you see here moving forward?
Honestly, I feel like it's a whole different program and different team. Like, they have two completely different philosophies, but I really have enjoyed learning something new. I feel like that's the biggest thing is when you play softball for so long, it kind of just gets repetitive, you know what I mean? And coming here, they focus on the little details and stuff like that, and that's really exciting. So I think that's going to be super helpful down the road.
And your expectations, what's your expectations?
Day by day.
Okay.
I think our biggest thing is going to be us versus us. We're going to have to, in order to be successful, we're going to have to win with what we have every day, not who we're playing.
Rylen and Trinity, what I guess felt different this year as opposed to the other years you guys did?
Like coming into the
season?
season?
Coming into the season, with Coach Trisha Ford. I mean, what's different about this season?
I feel like everything's just a little bit more difficult. We are challenged every single day, and nothing is ever easy. I hardly walk out of softball and feel super excited about how I did. And last year I would walk out happy every single day. So, I mean, I think it's very different to be challenged the way that we're being challenged, but I think it's what we need. We grow from challenges, and if we continue to play like this, the games are going to be super easy when it comes time for them.
Although we have a bunch of returners, I feel like we have a pretty good mix of returners and new people. It's a clean slate for everybody. With new coaching, new players, returning players, we are all learning the same defenses, the same hitting philosophy and stuff like that. But I think it's a good change as far as everything goes. It's been pretty fun teaching everybody the yells and stuff like that. We're getting the hang of it as a team. But yeah, I think just us working as a team is the piece right now.
What's kind of what has been your focus going into, I guess just what have you been working on the most this offseason? What's your focus going into your week one?
I think just putting everything that we have been doing at practice against somebody else. Like Coach said, we've getting a little tired of playing each other at practice after practice, and so it's finally nice to be intense against an opponent now. And so I think just putting everything together against somebody is what we're looking forward to.
How do you guys feel like the chemistry and the communication on the field has been, since you do have such a half-and-half new and veteran situation?
I think it took a second to get us comfortable with everybody, which is expected. All the returners were very anxious to see who was going to be coming, what coaches we would be getting, what transfers we might be getting. So I think it took a little while for us to really get the bearings with everybody, but I think now, for the most part, we have a very good team chemistry. We are like all best friends on the field, and it's really nice to finally be on a team where everybody gets along and there's no issues. We genuinely love all of each other.
Do you guys feel like where you're ranked preseason right now gives you a little bit more of a chip on your shoulder to play with going into the year?
Next question.
Good one.
But yeah, we didn't really perform the way we needed to last year to be ranked any higher, so I'm not sure if from last year's team going this forward, I'm not sure if last year's team deserved any higher of a ranking, but this is a whole new ball team, so we are definitely going to switch some things up for sure.
I know it's a long-term postseason thing, but obviously the last couple of years, y'all kind of been sweating that, that selection day. So why do you think this year will be different? Why do you think A&M will be, hey, darn right, we're in the tournament?
I think we want to host. I said we sat down with Coach and wrote down our long-term goals, game goals and stuff like that, and hosting a regional and a super regional was definitely towards the top of our list, so we're looking forward to that.
I think for me, it's just a whole new feel. Like, the coaching staff is different, the girls are different, even the returners are a little more different and older than when we were the past 2 years that we started on the field. And like I said earlier, everything is more difficult now. We walk out feeling like we got better and we didn't just stay complacent. And I think that if we continue to challenge ourselves and be pushed the way we are being pushed, there's only way to progress and move forward with what we're doing and the rankings that we're going to have.
I have a question for Rylen or Trinity. Some of your teammates obviously left with Coach Evans leaving as well. So what made you guys want to stay here in Aggieland? What was it about Coach Ford? And then talk a little bit about some of your new additions that came with Coach Ford and through the portal.
I definitely want to get my degree from here. I came here, I committed here when I was in the 8th grade because my grandfather went here, and the Aggie Network's real. Like, finding jobs out there, like, can only play softball for however long until after college, and so having that Aggie ring and knowing Aggie's is a long-term thing, and so I really wanted my degree from here. But then not knowing who was going to be our coach was kind of scary, I'm not going to lie. But then having the first FaceTime call with Coach Ford really put my mind at ease and knew I really want to play for her.
For me specifically, it was not much to do with school. I just kind of wanted to feel it out and see who we were going to be getting. And when I heard that it was Coach Ford, I knew that she was more like the select ball coach that I had growing up, and I was very comfortable with how he coached me, and she coaches me very similar. And I liked what she represented. She represents hard work and grit and playing the game with passion, and that's what I've been wanting to do this whole time that I've been in college. So I just love Coach Ford, and I'm so excited to stay in Aggieland.
And then some of the ladies that you guys got through the portal.
I'm really excited about Emily Levitt. Yeah, we played her in regionals last year when she was at Minnesota. To be fair, we're a better fit for her, just to say at the least. But I'm really excited to see what she's able to do. Riley Valentine, she moved over with Coach Ford. She was an incoming freshman at ASU, and that girl is strong. She's little, but she will make some noise this year for sure.
I guess I'm pretty excited about Julia too. We played Julia last year at our preseason tournament, and there was some heat between the two teams. So when she came on her official visit, Coach Ford's like, "This is Julia." I said, "Mm-hmm." I said, "This is our locker room." I just kept going. But I was actually the first one to reach out to her when she got here, and we went and ate, and we just talked about our team and what we were looking forward to this season. And I think ever since then, it's been a good fit. And I think these past 2 years have been good teams and stuff like that, but this team just like clicked as soon as we got here. It took a second, but on and off the field, we always want to be with each other, and so I think that's special.
I guess playing off that question for Julia, what about this place and this coaching staff made A&M your choice out of the transfer portal?
Yeah, so when I came on my official this summer, I have never been to a place with so many people that feels like a small town. Like, I grew up in small towns and stuff growing up, but there were so many people here. So I think the atmosphere of Aggieland and how you guys really are a family, and is it socially acceptable to say cult?
Yeah.
Okay. Like a cult. But you guys all have each other's backs, and I think that's the biggest thing I was looking for transferring again was I want to go somewhere where I know these people are going to love me for me and not just what I can do on the softball field. And so I think I've found that in the school and in the coaching staff as well.
And what do you remember about your past experiences of playing with Coach Ford? And how does it compare to now?
Yeah, so I was 15 or 16, and it was much more like a wide range of coaches that got to look over us on the junior national team. So we got a little time with each other, but now I get to be with her every day, and it's awesome. I love it.
Well,
How has your experience been compared to, I guess, just initial expectations, obviously deciding to come here, and just how it's played out since?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I really just want to play softball. I want to play, and I want to play hard, and like Rylen said, with passion, kind of just be myself out on the field. And I remember watching back with Arizona State when the coaching staff was at Arizona State, they were gritty and they were in your face and really, hardworking, and you could tell that just on the TV. And so it's been that since I've been here, and I really enjoy it.
What are you guys' impressions of the batting technology? How much you guys, or how much they explain to you? I know they said they don't do a whole lot, but just working with that in practice.
I think it's cool to know your body that way. We had hit tracks last year. We didn't really look into the numbers too much because it was kind of just there. But the K-Vest is actually really cool. And Coach Harger's showing me the different numbers from this year. He has it to where it's like compared with like MLB, and he showed me like the MLB was like 2.5 something was their reaction time that they could pick up a pitch, and he showed me mine was like 2.3. So like comparing that, like I can sit and wait for a pitch a little longer than like MLB guys, which is pretty cool. But like you said, we use it when we're doing good, and we're using it when we're not doing good, and compare those numbers on what we need to fix to get us back on the right page. So I think it really could be a tool if we use it the right way.
Following up on that, the last couple of years, A&M has made the power improvement. Like you guys are living proof of that. The numbers increased the last 2 years. Now you do change hitting coaches. So how's that gone, and where are your individual games? Where do you see you moving forward on that when it comes to that?
Coach Schneider was kind of like a second dad to me, being here and stuff like that, and he was very knowledgeable at the game. So when Coach Harger came in, it was a transition, but at the same time, Coach Harger is there on and off the field for us, and he's very intense. He wants us to be powerful in all of our swings, and we never take a swing off. And I think he's brought a lot of new things to the table that I was iffy about at first, but now I'm getting comfortable in my swing off of machines, off of pitchers, and in the box for live at-bats, and I have loved it so far.
Rylen, what about your change?
It's definitely a different philosophy, but I'm just more excited to get in the box and swing hard at strikes and not have to think so much. He's more of a feel the game type of player. I'm assuming that's how he would have played the game when he was younger. And so I like that he just wants us to play with intent. Every swing we take with intent. Every ball we see, we swing out with intent. And that's kind of the mindset that we had growing up a lot, was less thinking, more just playing the game. And so I'm excited to do a little bit more of that this year.
Then how do you put the numbers in? That's kind of interesting you say that. You have all this great information, like you said, like, and how do you mix those two? That's interesting.
Like the technology?
Yeah.
Well, personally, I don't watch the technology as much. It's definitely a person independent thing. Others like it a lot more than some. I will use it in practice as needed, but I'm not gonna be so upset if I don't have the best numbers of the day. Like if I feel like I had a good day and my numbers say otherwise, then it is what it is. I saw the ball well, I hit it well, and I don't want to focus too much on technology. I want to focus on how I think I performed.
How did the media do in your eyes?
Wonderful. It was a lot better than I thought.
I was going to say,
y'all
took
Emily.
me for real. Emily was being nice to y'all today.
She was nervous.
She wants a good pup. She's smart.
Yeah, she hit it on the tee for y'all. I forgot who I asked, but I asked somebody. I said, now imagine you're in there and she's throwing competitively a rise ball at your face. And they're like, yeah, it's
You're
a little different.
out of there. 70 to the dome is kind of scary.
Awesome. Good.